Hi, everyone. I'm Dr. Donald Wallenfang, professor of theology and philosophy at Sacred Heart Major Seminary in Detroit, and also a secular member of the Discalced Carmelites. So it's a pleasure to be with you. And I want to invite you to a special webinar presentation entitled Saints John of the Cross and Edith Stein on the Science of the Cross, to take place on Saturday, September 26th at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. In our culture today, there's this false dichotomy between religious faith on one hand and natural science on the other. And yet we find philosophy as a bridge between the two. Edith Stein was named by Pope St. John Paul II in his 1998 encyclical entitled Fides et Ratio as a model thinker who brought together both these worlds of faith and reason. And he said that the fruitful relationship between philosophy and the Word of God was courageously pursued in the research of Edith Stein. This process of philosophical inquiry, which was enriched by engaging the data of faith. He said, one thing is certain: attention to the spiritual journey of masters like St. Edith Stein can only give greater momentum to the search for truth and the effort to apply the results of that search to the service of humanity. In her work, St. Edith Stein employs both classical metaphysics and contemporary phenomenology in her relentless pursuit of truth. She's a real model for Catholic philosophy today, and this ability to unite together the worlds of divine revelation and human reason. Stein developed what she called Kreuzeswissenschaft in German, or we say in English, a science of the cross. And she even wrote a book by the same title, one that she was still writing at the end of her life. Above all, Stein shows us that the contemplative life of prayer grants one access to this paradoxical science that rationally explores the mystery of life and death. Themes that we'll consider in this webinar include the life of Christ, the law of love, the nature of personal spiritual being, the universal human vocation to self-donation, the logic of the double negative, and redemptive suffering. Participants in the webinar will leave with insights to apply within their life of missionary contemplation and contemplative apostolic work. I so hope you will join us for this webinar again Saturday, September 26th, 2 p.m. Eastern. And I will be drawing from my 2017 book entitled Human and Divine Being, a study on the theological anthropology of St. Edith Stein, the last chapter of which is dedicated to this science of the cross. Thanks so much and hope to see you then.